Hi everyone, it's Molly Riversea, and today I'm going to be spending 24 hours with my horses. I'm attempting to be with them from 9 a.m. today to 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'm spending my entire day and the entire night with the horses. I'll be camping outside with them as well. I've got a tent as well as a bunch of supplies. Now we just have to see if I can last the whole 24 hours. Shocker, the day I've chosen to attempt this challenge is a cloudy and cold one, of course. I'm hoping the weather turns for the better soon and brightens up. Anyways, I've got a lot of time to kill, so I figured it would be a fantastic time to do some barn chores and tasks that I've been really needing to get around to for a while. You guys, not only did I muck out my horses, clean and fill their water buckets, and replenish hay, but I also managed to do a very deep, satisfying clean of the tack and grain room that was much needed, as well as get my lesson schedule planned for this upcoming week. And guess how much time that took me? A whopping 1 hour. Of course, the one day I have the ability to take my time, go at a slower pace. I'm just burning through my to-dos in record time. But luckily, at my barn, there is a never-ending amount of things I can do. So next, I figured I would give all my horses a spa day. Well, all of my ponies have been given a groom and are back out to pasture, probably getting filthy again. Now behind me is my friend's horse named Butterball, absolutely love that name, who is temporarily being boarded at the Cosmic Equestrian Center while my friend is out of town for a month, and I'm just here to make sure he's in regular work and getting lots of love, so I'm gonna get him ready for a schooling ride and take him down to our outdoor arena. This boy is such a gentle giant. While he's primarily an amateur's English horse, Butterball is such a cool dude. He's definitely not all about the speed. Instead, he takes his time to enjoy the ride, let's just say, and he'll sneakily stop to graze on a bit of grass poking out between the fence gaps. And today, he simply decided that he could not move on in these conditions. So what did he do? He lied down for a midday nap during our ride. My life nearly flashed before my eyes as I almost got rolled on by a 2,000-pound hunk, but thank goodness he popped right back up for me when I asked. That's just a snippet of his playful personality for you all. Other than that, the ride with Butterball went well. We focused on basic flatwork exercises, practicing transitions and lateral movements to improve his responsiveness and balance. We had a really productive session, for the most part, well, minus my near-death experience. Now, I wanted to give him a spa day because my friend Annie is actually coming back in a couple of days, and I want him looking smart for her. So I'm gonna give him a thorough groom, bathe him, just give him some TLC. And of course, what did he do the second he was turned back out to pasture? Roll. Yep, nothing like putting your hard work into something and for it to all go to waste in a matter of seconds. You know, I guess he just wanted to add a little bit of character to his shiny coat. And soon enough, there was a break in the day for sun. So I figured it would be a perfect time to grab my lunch and set up a little picnic out in the pasture. It was such a nice break, just me, some good food, and the beautiful scenery. Of course, Buggy had other plans. As soon as he spotted me, he came over with those big sad eyes, clearly hoping I'd share my snacks. He was relentless, and he kept giving me the horse version of puppy dog eyes. Lucky for me, I had prepared for this and packed some apple and carrot treats in my bag. It's always fun to have some horse company while I eat, even if it means I lose a few bites to the snack monster. And even though I'm doing a challenge, I still gotta pay the bills. It's around 3 p.m. We're a quarter of the way through this challenge. I've got a private lesson right now, and then I also have a group lesson scheduled later, so that's the plan. In the private lesson, we focused on refining the rider's balance and position in the saddle. We worked on some flat work exercises, really emphasized emphasizing proper leg cues and maintaining a steady rein contact to improve communication with the horse. During the beginner group lesson, the riders practiced jumping techniques with some small cavalettes to really boost their confidence. We also incorporated a fun relay race type exercise to keep things exciting, while also focusing on strides and rhythm in the approach to each jump. Everything was going according to plan, and it all came to a crashing halt when one of my grooms sped into the arena, flustered, out of breath, crying out that someone had escaped. That Copper, my Mustang, had escaped. So our groom watched over the students while I took care of the madman. He was bucking and running around like crazy, and for a moment, I thought he was going back to the wild. But when I caught his eye, he gave me a whinny, looked at me, and proceeded to calmly munch on some grapes from the vineyard, as if he was trying to play it off. Despite the drama this one creates in his wake, he knows how to not take it too far, so very thankful he was easy to catch. Funny, he can jump a fence in his pasture just fine, but when I attempt show jumping with him, that's where he draws the line. After a minor intermission and the chaos that never fails to ensue in a barn, I had a lull in my day, so I figured I would annoy my horses and play around with them. First up, I took Dante out for a chill hack since he's still getting used to the barn. It's been really fun going out on these rides in between his regular work. Plus, it was nice to give him a break from the usual routines, and we both really enjoyed the fresh air. Definitely a win for the both of us. Then it was time to steal Copper for his much needed exercise, even though he got in a little workout earlier. Lunging him today was still a workout for me. He had a lot of energy despite his earlier run around and was feeling quite sassy, but once we got into the groove, he really started to settle down and stretch out nicely. He was a super good boy by the end of our session. And then Monty and I did some pull work today, and he was an absolute superstar. He zipped through the exercises like he owned it, and I felt super proud just trying to keep up with his fancy footwork. Definitely a highlight of my day. He is my golden child. My next victim was my little Welsh Belle, and I took her out to the jump ring. She was all fired up and flew over the jumps like a pro until I misjudged one and nearly ended up on the ground. And she got the case of the spices afterwards. But hey, just added to the excitement of our day, right? And then there's Mr. Buggy, who was totally living his best life today. The lucky duck was just lounging around, soaking up the sun while the rest of us were busy working. Honestly, I kinda envied his do-nothing day. Hour 10 was soon upon us. The horses were very hungry. Nothing beats the sound of their little whinnies as they come up for dinner. Just look at them, such personalities. Honestly, there's something so therapeutic about being with these gorgeous creatures, especially when they love me like this, during dinner time. As the sun began to set, I decided it was the perfect time for a walk with my dog Shadow. There's something about the evening that makes everything feel a little more relaxed. As we made our way through the property, I realized how much I appreciate just these quiet moments after the chaos of the day. Just us and the sounds of the night. Shadow was in her element, of course, sniffing everything she could possibly sniff. I mean, I don't know what's so exciting about a rock, but apparently Shadow thinks it's pretty darn cool. You and me. Get your party poppers out because we are at the halfway marker of this 24-hour challenge. I've settled down in this picnic area for a quick dinner, sandwich, some fruit. Not too fancy, but it gets the job done. While I eat, I'm also gonna edit my video of Dante. The video is up by now. It's the one where he makes his very short-lived transition from dressage to show jumping. So let's see if I can balance dinner and getting some editing done. Multitasking at its finest, right? Alright, it's hour 13. The day has officially been too long, and I've set up a tent out here in the pasture. It's looking a bit chaotic, honestly. The ground is nowhere near as comfortable as I hoped, but we're making it work. On one hand, it's exciting to be so close to the horses. They're very peaceful creatures. I'm kidding, let's be real. Trying to sleep out here is a challenge. The ground is hard, the air gets chilly, and every little noise makes me sit up straight. I'm ready for bed. The horses are not. They keep investigating the tent, wondering what's going on. And I'm just sitting here wondering what's going to go wrong tonight. I keep glancing out, making sure the horses aren't getting too curious though about my setup because, let's face it, a horse barging into the tent would not be my idea of a good time. Then there's the practical stuff. I forgot some essentials, like a pillow, so now I'm using a rolled up jacket jacket instead. And it's not all picturesque either. There's a faint smell of manure wafting in the air that I thought I was really nose blind to. Guess not, but that's part of this whole experience, I suppose, right? Might not be the most ideal situation, but then again, if it was, it wouldn't be such a challenge, I suppose. For now, I just have to embrace the chaos and see what the night brings. It is currently 3 a.m. and I woke up to the beautiful sounds of nature. And by beautiful sounds of nature, I mean the relentless serenade of a chorus of frogs auditioning for the world's worst karaoke contest. They really know how to hit those high notes at 3 a.m. I didn't need any sleep anyway. Oh, and not to mention Bucky's very enthusiastic attempts at remaking the tent as his new chew toy. Pretty sure this horse actually doesn't sleep. I think I'm rambling now. I'm gonna go to bed again. Good morning, Monty. Here's a little treat for you. You had this whole pasture, and you insisted on eating my tent. Are you gonna smile for me? Good boy. Hi, pal. Thank you for minding your business. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm free. Dante, come here, buddy. The challenge is over. Good boy. I hope you forgive me, Dante, for not inviting you to our little sleepover. I am honestly bewildered and kinda impressed with myself for surviving a full 24 hours outside with the horses. Now, I think I'm gonna go back to my house and never come out again. No, totally kidding. It was, dare I say, a bit of a blast. I've never actually tried something like this before, and it was kind of fun. The horses enjoyed all the attention, so I'd say it was a big success. Anyways, everyone, be sure to subscribe to be part of our Barn family, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Fell in love